Hello, Confetti Club. It is Nelly, and this is not my intro. No, but if you didn't know, I joined the RetrodollUS collab that has the team YouTubers. And I choose to do Pixielocks aka Jillian. So, if you didn't know, Jillian is alternative J fashion, kawaii fashion, magical girl fashion YouTuber. She does everything from like hauls to makeup to art to fashion, and she has a very big range of what she likes to do. And the reason why I chose to do her is because of her bubbly and cute personality. She always tries to be like a positive influencer, and you can really see that she understands a lot and she wants to make her viewers very happy. And I think that's a big aspiration. I also love her fashion, of course. I love the kawaii genre, even though I personally don't dress super kawaii. I love collecting some kawaii stuff. So if you haven't checked her out, I will be linking her down below, even though I think you have, because she is amazing and I just love her. But anyway, let's get on to repaint. I'm starting this project with using a Create Your Monster body parts. It's the vampire one. And a Draculaura head. Let's sand away and buff out all the glossy part. And really clean it with some acetone-free remover. Let's tap off a bat to our doll body part and wash it. Now that the surface are ready, I will be spraying all the body parts with Mr. Super Clear. And then I will leave it out for a couple of hours. It looks so morbid. Now that the MSC has dried, I will be using a yellow tinted light Caucasian skin color to buff in. Pixielocks already has a pink undertone in her color, so I didn't want to color correct it with green, because I wanted to keep that pinkish undertone. I do say it worked! You can see the difference here. Let's move on to hair. Pixielocks has a bunch of different hair colors, but her most iconic is her rainbow bang. So Mini Pixie will need to have that rainbow in her life too. I'm referencing a real pic of Pixie so I get it right. And as you can see, I'm using Retrodoll hair. And I have prepared my acrylics and Warhammer paint. So let's color away. The rest of her hair will be creamy blonde. Time for rerouting. Friendly reminder that depending on which size of needle hole you use, it will take in more or less doll hair and make the hole bigger or smaller. I'm using a really tiny needle so I can pluck close together. If you need to make more holes in the head and don't want to break your needle, I recommend a big broadery needle that you poke the holes. Don't wait too long or the hole will kinda shrink or close up. Now that the head is rerouted, we are going to pin it away with some spare fabric. Before starting on the eyes and lips, I had to redo the skin blushing on the face because I removed it when I did the hair. Here's a close comparison with a sweet 1600 Draculaura and my skin blush Draculaura face. A pretty good change if I do say so myself. But let's start on the face. I have a close reference off screen on Pixielocks on my computer. And I'm just exaggerating her features to fit the Monster High doll head, starting with a middle range brown color to get the features. I like to do a basic color sketch layer on the first layer, so I'm applying all the colors I basically want her to have, like the white sclera, the shape of the eyebrow, pink eyeshadow, pure red blush, and a pinkish red lip. I think this is my first doll to have brown eyes. It was pretty fun working with all the browns actually. Then I just make more layers with MSC to make it more intense and to build dimension. I tried using the wet watercolor technique on the sclera, but it didn't work, so back to Warhammer paint. She looks pretty scary at this stage. Let's give her some more detail. So let's try making eyelashes. It never really goes well for me. Tiny, tiny brushstroke. Well, looks like mascara, and I guess that's not that different. Lol. I'm gonna give her some heart shape catchlight. Those small hearts. Aw, so cute! As a finishing touch, I will be using my fake Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight kit that I thought was a real one, but and use it as glitter for her lids and lips. Let's move on to Pixielocks tattoos. She has this cute little cartoon kitty that was her first tattoo, and it is a depiction of her first family cat. I haven't really done a lot of tattoos on dolls before, but it was a fun experience, and I got better with the second tattoo. You really need sharp pens for this tiny scale. And here is the result. Not the best, but it was fun. The second tattoo was much better. It's a leg tattoo, which is from the Doremi and some other Magical Girl Army anime, I believe. And oh my god, all the colors was so much fun to use. I sketched it out mainly using pink. Because of the scale of the doll tattoo, I had to skip a couple of small details so it doesn't look too cluttered. You can see my head slowly getting closer to try and see all the details. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry for that. Here's the first layer. On the second layer, I'm trying the watercolor penciling wet brush technique again, and oh my god, it worked great this time. I was afraid that the black outline will make it look too cluttered, but it was really cool. Then I tried making some cool swirly motion that tattoo artists say will make tattoos pop more. And some blue stars. Some extra shadow. And here's the second tattoo. I'm going to jump right into nails. I love Pixie's Valentine looks video, so of course I'm going to reference her Valentine's nail. It was hard trying to paint those tiny nails and then giving them glitter, but it was fun. Oh, also, I totally forgot that Pixie got a third tattoo, so I started on it right away, forgetting to film. But at least I got this awkward photo while I was working. But let's do the hair. I start by pouring boiling water onto and only the bangs. Then carefully move away the blonde part and press down the bangs. Side note, be careful when handling hot water. So now that the bangs are more tame, I'm going to use the zigzag split to cover the part. Then I'm boil washing the rest of the hair, combing and fixing the split more. Now it's time for cutting the hair. Pixie has a lot of different hairstyles, but I wanted to keep the hair long, so I did her casual braids that she has sometimes. Let's talk clothes. If you don't know, I took a break from doll customizing to just focus on how to make doll clothes. And even if I'm not a master yet, I would like to show how I do some basic clothes. First is the pattern. I'm going to show how I make a pattern out of this Draculaura skirt. I used the seam ripper and some small scissors to remove the thread. Then I iron everything carefully. Pin it to some paper and draw everything out. If it has some details or some special way it's sewn, I will sketch it down in the design. Then I just cut everything out. Write what part is what. And now we're done with the pattern. For making doll clothes, I always try to iron the fabric I'm using before anything. Depending on your preference, you can use a fabric pastel or a regular pencil. That's what I do. Just think about what color you're using because it's hard to erase it on the fabric. Now we pin the pattern on the fabric and draw it out. Cutting at the lines drawn. Here's the fabric and the pattern next to each other. Unfortunately, I lost the footage of the rest, so I start filming when I was doing some other skirts. This is a tight-fitting skirt that I'm gonna show how to do the rest. I start by sewing the side parts together with a back and forth stitch. Cutting the excess fabric when done. And iron it on the back side to make the seams meet neatly. Now I use fabric glue to hem the skirt's bottom and top part. I like mixing sewing and gluing to give the best result. The skirt still ended up too big, so I'm marking where to sew it together and cut the excess before doing the same back and forth stitch, always testing it on the doll before anything. I sew some clasp on. Last thing I do is to use fabric glue as spray, because we don't have that in Sweden, at least not what I know. For the sweater, I used the same technique as for my pastel boy sweater, just made it tighter so it forms with the body. So let's see the finished result. I really love making my own little mini Pixielocks. It was so much fun using all those colors, and I especially love the rainbow bangs. This was also one of those few dolls I tried to make a more makeup-y look, which I really do want to make more of. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you're not following me on Insta, you should. Otherwise, I will have my other handles down below. And I would like to wish you a good day, and I will see you some other time. Bye!